Overthinking isn't your problem. It's thinking about the wrong things. Miyamoto Musashi mastered something most people never figure out: how to make decisions in seconds that others agonize over for weeks. Undefeated in 60-plus duels because while his opponents were calculating, he was moving. His system transforms mental paralysis into clarity so sharp, normal people think you're reckless. We're using his Book of Five Rings and final text as the roadmap, but first, meet someone living exactly what you're going through. Part 1, the paralysis tax. There's a tax you're paying every single day. It's not money, it's time, energy, and potential, all spent on thinking instead of doing. And the worst part, you don't even realize you're paying it. Musashi wrote in the Earth Book, "The way of strategy is the way of nature. Nature doesn't overthink. A river doesn't plan its path. It finds it by moving. You're doing the opposite." Meet Gohan. Works a 9 to 5 he's good at but doesn't care about. 3 hours a day on trains and buses. Gets home, eats, scrolls, sleeps. Repeat. He's got ideas. Wants to build something real, not watch numbers climb on someone else's screen. But here's where it breaks. Every time he sits down to start, his brain turns into a committee meeting. What if it fails? What if people laugh? What if I'm not good enough? Maybe I should research more first. Maybe I should wait until I have more money, more time, more certainty. You know what that is? That's not planning. That's fear dressed up as productivity. 6 months pass. Same job, same commute, same ideas rotting in his head. He's read 15 books on starting a business, watched 40 hours of tutorials, made 3 business plans, started none. The only thing that's changed is he's convinced he's not the type of person who actually does things. The overthinking isn't protecting him from failure. It is the failure. Every day he spends thinking is a day someone less prepared is doing. The tax compounds. First you lose time, then confidence, then the belief you're capable of action at all. Then something changes. A friend hands him a book, the Book of Five Rings, written by Musashi in a cave at 62 after he'd already won everything. Gohan opens it that night. The first section, the Earth Book, has one line that immediately destroys his entire framework. It's not the quote everyone uses, and it's about to show him why every question he's been asking is the wrong question. Part 2, the distance flip. In strategy, it is important to see distant things as if they were close, and to take a distanced view of close things. That's the line from the Earth Book. Gohan reads it 3 times, doesn't get it, reads it again. Then it hits him. Close things. That's your fear, your doubt. That voice screaming, what if you fail? What if they laugh? What if you're not good enough? Push it back. Treat it like it's a mile away. It's there, but it's not in your face. Distant things. That's your goal, your vision, what you're actually trying to build. Bring it close. Make it real in your mind right now. You've been doing it backwards, living in your fear like it's your home address while treating your actual goal like some vacation you'll take someday. Musashi's telling you to flip it. Make your goal feel close enough to touch. Push your fear far enough away that it can't control you. Gohan sits with this. 3 business ideas, 2 side projects, 5 books he wants to write. All of them feel equal. All of them feel impossible. His brain's been treating all of them like they're right in front of him, demanding attention, and none of them are actually getting done. So he does what Musashi did before every duel. He picks the ground. Musashi never fought on ground he didn't choose. He'd show up early, study the terrain, decide his position, lock it in, then fight. Gohan realizes he's been trying to fight on 5 different battlefields at once. That's why he's losing all of them. He writes down one project, not the best one, not the one with the most potential, the one he can start today with what he has right now, the one he can take action on in the next 60 minutes. Then he deletes every other note, closes every other tab, commits to 30 days, no switching, no backup plans. The choice paralysis dies the second there's no choice left to make. You don't reduce options, you eliminate them. Pick one, kill the rest. That's the move. 2 days in, a new problem hits. The old voices come back. What if this was the wrong choice? What if the other idea was better? What if you just wasted 2 days? He's not paralyzed by options anymore. Now he's paralyzed by doubt. And that's where Musashi's next lesson comes in. Part 3, the motion proof. Musashi writes in the Fire Book, there is more than one path to the top of the mountain. Everyone stops there, posts it on Instagram, feels inspired. But here's what comes next. Yet all paths lead nowhere if your feet do not move. Read that again. He's not saying all paths are equal. He's saying the path doesn't matter if you're standing still. The worst path you're actually walking beats the best path you're only thinking about, every single time. Because walking teaches you. Thinking just repeats what you already know. You're waiting for proof before you move. Proof that it'll work. Proof that you're ready. Proof that you made the right choice. But proof doesn't come from thinking. It comes from motion. Right now, someone half as smart as you is winning. You want to know why? Because they moved 3 months ago while you were still planning. Action beats analysis when analysis leads to nothing. Gohan's 2 days into his project. He's applied the distance flip. Fear is far away. Goal is close. He's picked his ground. 1 project, 30 days, no switching. Now he has to actually do something. He writes a post, edits it 4 times, finally hits publish. 7 views, 1 comment. This is dumb. Old Gohan would have deleted everything, switched projects, convinced himself he was right to doubt, that the universe was giving him a sign, that maybe this wasn't his path after all. But he remembers something from the Fire Book. After Musashi's first duel at age 13, people said his technique was rough, unrefined, sloppy, that he won through luck, not skill. Musashi didn't defend himself, didn't argue, didn't quit. He just fought again and again, 60 more times. Each fight refined the technique. The criticism became irrelevant because the wins piled up. Feedback only matters when it comes from results, not opinions. 1 negative comment from someone who's never built anything, that's not feedback, that's noise. Gohan keeps posting, doesn't respond to the comment, doesn't change course, posts the next day and the next. 10 days in, he's got 200 views, 3 positive comments. The negative one doesn't even register anymore. Not because he's confident, because he's moved past it through sheer repetition. The fear of judgment dies when you stop feeding it attention. You don't overcome it through confidence or positive thinking. You starve it through motion. Do it enough times and your brain stops flagging it as a threat. It becomes background noise. 3 weeks in, Gohan's consistent. No more paralysis, no more fear spirals, but there's still something broken. Every decision takes forever because he's trying to calculate the perfect move. Should he post in the morning or evening? Should he write 500 words or 1,000? Should he use this format or that one? He wants certainty before he commits, and that's about to destroy everything he's built. Part 4. The now strike. Some teachers say to wait for the perfect opening. This is the thinking of those who have already lost. The opening is now, or it is never. That's from the Wind Book. Musashi's calling out other sword schools, and he's calling out you too. You're waiting for the perfect moment, when you'll feel ready, certain, prepared. That moment doesn't exist, and waiting for it is killing you. There is no perfect moment coming. No moment when fear disappears or doubt vanishes. Those are fantasies your brain uses to keep you safe. Safe means stuck. You want certainty? Every day you wait, you get weaker. Every day you delay, someone else takes your spot. That's your certainty. Gohan's 3 weeks in, posting consistently. Fear is dead. Choice paralysis is dead. But now he's facing the big one. Quit his job or keep it while building. He's built a spreadsheet, calculated his runway, modeled 3 scenarios, still doesn't feel certain, still waiting for the numbers to say it's safe. Then he reads about Musashi's most famous duel, Sasaki Kojiro, arguably the best swordsman in Japan. Kojiro arrived early, brought his finest sword, prepared for days. Musashi showed up late, carved a wooden sword from an oar on the boat ride over, killed Kojiro in 1 strike. Perfect preparation? No. Perfect timing? No. Action in the face of uncertainty? Yes. You make the best decision with what you know right now, then execute. The clarity comes from the decision, not before it. Gohan closes the spreadsheet, makes the call in 30 seconds, keeps the job, builds nights and weekends for 6 months. If it works, he quits. If not, he's got data. Decide and move. Decisions that take weeks don't get better. They get heavier. Make it fast, make it final. Now Gohan's moving, decided, acting. But here comes the hardest enemy. His family says it's risky. His co-workers say he's changing. His girlfriend says he's obsessed. And Musashi's final teaching is about to destroy that noise forever. Part 5. The Alone Weapon. The voices around you aren't helping. They're killing your clarity. Every opinion adds noise. Every piece of advice pulls you off center. And Musashi's final text shows you how to silence all of it. A week before Musashi died at 62, he wrote the Dokudo, 21 precepts. He called it the way of walking alone. Not a guide for swordsmen, a guide for anyone who wants to think clearly in a world full of noise. First precept: do not seek pleasure for its own sake. He's not talking about fun. He's talking about validation, approval, consensus, the need for other people to tell you you're on the right path. Here's what's actually happening. You're not overthinking because you don't know what to do. You're overthinking because you're asking too many people what they think you should do. Every opinion adds weight. Every voice adds doubt. Your brain takes all that input and turns it into paralysis. Most people think more input equals better decisions, mentors, coaches, masterminds, forums, groups, more perspectives, better choice, right? Wrong. Musashi fought 60 duels alone, trained alone, rode alone, died alone, never lost once. That should tell you something about the power of solitude. Gohan's 4 weeks into his project, posting daily, building at night, but he's still telling everyone about it. Family dinners turn into progress reports. His girlfriend asks how it's going every day. Co-workers have opinions. Friends send him articles about better ways to do what he's doing. Each conversation plants a seed of doubt. Maybe they're right. Maybe I should pivot. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. The mental noise is back. Different form, same result. Then he reads the Dokudo and makes a decision. He stops talking about his project completely. Doesn't post updates in the family group chat. Doesn't ask his girlfriend if she thinks it's working. Doesn't poll his friends. Just works. And something wild happens. The mental noise disappears. Not because he found all the answers, because he stopped inviting all the questions. Second precept: accept everything just the way it is. Not passive acceptance, strategic acceptance. Gohan's job still sucks. 3-hour commute still exists, but he stops wishing it was different and starts using it. Commute becomes writing time. Lunch breaks become planning time. Reality is the terrain. Stop fighting it. Use it. Third precept: do not seek to possess either goods or fiefs for your old age. Don't build your life around safety that doesn't exist. Gohan was staying at his job for a 401k he'd access in 30 years, sacrificing 30 years of his life for security in old age. That's not a plan. That's trading your present for a future that might never come. Fourth precept: you may abandon your own body, but you must preserve your honor. Your honor is your word to yourself, not your reputation, not what people think of you. Your internal contract. Every time you say you'll do something and don't, you lose a piece of it. Gohan's honor became his 30-day commitment. No matter what happened, no matter how he felt, no matter what anyone said, he kept his word to himself. Overthinking dies in solitude, not because you figure everything out, because you stop asking questions that don't have answers. You stop performing for an audience that doesn't exist. The work becomes the only voice that matters. 6 months later, Gohan's project is real. Not huge, not viral, real, making money, growing slowly. And the overthinking? It's not gone. But now he knows exactly what to do when it shows up. Distance flip, motion proof, now strike, walk alone. He's got a system, and systems beat willpower every single time. And now, if you want more wisdom like this delivered daily, join our free newsletter. Or if you're ready to actually apply this, take the Musashi challenge. Everything's in the description. Also, there's another video right here that builds on what you just learned. Keep moving forward, and God bless you.